And we're live. Good stuff, good stuff. Let me take a quick listen. Okay, great stuff, great stuff. Um, so yes, this is the Assassin's Creed tier list revisited. I sort of just did this spontaneously. I was going through a video and someone commented on that video, and I just thought I'd revisit it because why not? Um, I'm now realizing that there is no Valhalla in this list that I have in front of us. So, yeah, I should find one with Valhalla in it. So that it makes sense to us to even do this. Okay, is this one? All right, this one's in it. Okay, let's switch the camera. Okay, let's see here. Is this it? There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I should have checked that before going live, to be honest. But it is what it is. You guys know the format. It's an outdated format. Everybody has seen one of these videos, so let's get into this. This is a live stream, sort of. I mean, it kind of is, but I'm gonna under the assumption that not a lot of people are watching it live, so there's that luck. It's more of a video style, but also it's a bit more chilled. That's all. All right, so getting into it, I think we're gonna highlight the known the known assailants. Um, so actually, no, let's go from left to right. Well, release date. So Assassin's Creed One, really like the game. I think it's up there. I know a lot of people when they make their tier list, they say, "Oh, it's good. It's good as a first game, good as a prototype, but it could be like AC2 is much better." And so I sort of understand where that's coming from, but at the same time, AC1 is so like default. Like it's bare bones AC. There's nothing extra about it. And as a game, I won't say it's the best, but if we're going down the idea of like Assassin's Creed games, I'd easily put it into the S rank. That's right, S rank. So that's it. I think it's just the way it plays, the fact that it's so bare bones makes it so good because just running around the world is fun. The missions, yeah, they're not that great, they're not that interesting, right? I understand that. But as an Assassin's Creed fantasy for me, which a lot of it has to do with the parkour, it's there. Granted, I should probably replay it before giving it that rank, so I might come back to this. But right now, it's an S rank. Assassin's Creed 2. I mean, what a great game. I mean, it's it's really up there with the first one, right? In fact, I'd probably put it like this if the list was anyway. I might bump this down to A, depending on how I feel. But Assassin's Creed 2 is an amazing sequel to a game, and even running around the world feels amazing and just brilliant, and I really like it. In fact, I like it more than I like Brotherhood, and I'll get into why. But I think out of the Ezio trilogy, it is still the best one, despite everything. And overall, um, it's very fun in my memory. I think it's the last one. No, I think I replayed the entire trilogy. So I have fresh mind, although I think I haven't replayed Brotherhood in a while. So it might be getting a little bit unfortunate thing, but I do have my gripes with Brotherhood that I will get into. And AC2 is just very fun. I like the economy. Everything about it is great. And I think it's just an amazing game. Not only do you have sort of this, I think the only thing that would improve the game is like load times. If we could have the game where there is no load times, like I could just teleport to the places, it'd be much quicker. I think one of my only gripes is like whenever I want to go to Monterey or something like that, it just takes a while. Although I think that could also supposedly add to the feel of the game, but to me, just a little bit more infuriating. So I think that's my. I probably can find more issues if I replayed it right now, as we were going. But I genuinely think overall, as a game, it provides it's really good. Like it's really good as an AC game. It's really good as a game in terms of the platform it runs, and that's why Ezio's still the cover boy, and he's an amazing character in this game. Um, I might get more into two overall. I know I'm going a little bit quick. That's sadly because I haven't really replayed every single game before making this quick stream. But that's everybody knows the usual accomplices. Who's gonna be top? Who's gonna be bottom? There are some movements around from my past one, which is why I'm making it, and some of the stuff that's going to be a little controversial as we get into it. Apologies, Jesus. Okay, Brotherhood. I like Brotherhood. It keeps a lot of good stuff from AC1. The thing about Brotherhood is the map. I don't like where we're in Rome, right? We're in Rome. We're in Rome. Are we in Rome? Is that the city? I think that's the city. Jesus fuck, I'm really tired. Um, Rome. I think we're in Rome. Whatever has the Colosseum. Point being, keeps a lot of the good stuff from AC2, but less dense. It's less urban, and I don't like the need of the horse. I think it's there's still a lot of parkour, but there's a lot of parts in the world that take away from the free running and slash parkour, right? That do upset me, and it's one of my larger gripes of the game is just I don't like really the whole aspect of the world being on horseback. Like there's a lot of like those free non-building areas, really upsetting. I like when the city I can get around fully by town tops, sort of like what AC1 does. I'm pretty sure you can go from all, it's in all territories. You can climb the roofs. I think there's some areas, of course, that you naturally can't do, especially with like the tall sync points. I think in AC1, I don't remember which city, but one of the viewpoints, there's like this building, and you have to walk around it, right? But point being, AC Brotherhood has a lot of that, and I dislike that. In terms of the story, still a good story. Brotherhood has a good story, fun, probably a better story than AC2 in terms of like its execution. A little bit more interesting because it's not like an origin story. Although again, AC2 is very fun, but then AC2 has its issues in terms of story with the time. I can forgive that, but I do address that as an issue. But in Brotherhood, decent story, pretty good story. I like the characters. All the side characters are very interesting. Ezio's own progression is very fun. Gameplay, it's a little fluffy. I'll give it that. It's a little fluffy. There's some stuff that's added. It's like, I don't need to use that. I don't need to use that. I could very much use that, but I don't need to use that. So there's that for that. Um, there are, I think this is the game with Leonardo War Machines, which is fun. So there's that. This game has a lot of bonuses. It's still an S tier. I know it's hovering over 8, but it's still an S tier game. I think these three game, and thing is, I do enjoy Revelation for its own reasons. Like Revelation, a lot of people want to give shits. Oh, it's the worst one in the trilogy. Eh, eh. I don't look like the Origins Supreme. And by the way, all these games I played after the majority of these games below, so it's not that some nostalgia. I played like the order I played this in was Syndicate, Black. No, sorry, the order I played it in was 3 Syndicate, Black Flag. Um, I want to say I then played Rogue and Origins, then Rogue and Unity. Then I might have played the original ones and then Origins, or I played Origins and then the original ones. Not much remembrance on how I did that, but this is not like a nostalgia thing. I just really enjoy the games. Like if I launch it up and I'm in the zone to play it, I'll really enjoy playing it. And Revelation has one of the benefits that Brotherhood doesn't even have, and that's the one city. You can get around the entire city basically on, but although I guess there is a whole separation, but it's not a bad game. A lot of people like what they shit on it for. Oh, it's called the tower defense minigame. You don't have to do it. First of all, I literally think I did it once because you have to do it once on multiple playthroughs. B, the story's pretty fun. Might be a little bit weaker than Brotherhoods, and two, I'll give you that the story is weaker. Although the characters are still interesting, and Ezio's own journey's pretty good there as well. So it's like Revelation is still a very good game. S tier. I'm gonna have these four as S tier right now, and then I'll probably spread it apart as we go. Also, I'm not gonna judge Liberations because I did not play that, and I don't plan on to. Okay, AC3. Okay, this is an odd one. Um, I haven't played it in a while. I did say this is the first one for me, so there is nostalgia there for a little bit. And I don't hate 3. I think there's issues. I think there's fun stuff to be found in it. Um, a lot of people want to shit about it for the modern day, but I found the modern day sequence was pretty fun. Yeah, for first and foremost. Second of all, Connor's not that bad of a character. People like to shit on Connor. Oh my god, Connor's so boring. Connor's so shitty. Oh no, oh no. He has reason to be a dickhead and to be so stubborn. It's because he saw his whole fucking village be burned as a kid. At the very least, Ezio sort of had the benefit of not doing so. I mean, if you're going to compare Connor to someone's going to be Altair in terms of story, and Altair has a little bit of a different role because he was raised in the Order as a child, while for Connor, it was more, I had to fucking get the fuck out of here and be raised by some fucking old dude um, to be an assassin, Fonzie. So he's a little bit more of a dick, more understandable, to be honest. So I like to say, oh, the character flaw. Oh, Connor's not interesting. Nah, it's an acceptable thing. I'm sort of thinking between B and C. I can't give it an A, but B and C is where I'd sort of put it. Um, Sort of like a low B for now. Let's put it at B. Black Flag. Okay, I do like Black Flag a lot in terms of the game. I do have my issues with it, but when you get into the fun of it, it's one of my biggest issues the tutorial time. And not that 3 doesn't have a tutorial time issue either. I think it's gonna be probably somewhere in the A. But I know people are like, oh, Black Flag is an S tier. No, because first of all, missing a lot of the Assassin's Creed elements, like free running. Second of all, pretty buggy. Third of all, it drags on a little bit, especially by the end. The story just feels rushed, and by drags on, I'm letting you highlight that drags on in terms of the intro. Like it really feels like you're really getting through a lot of unneeded stuff to get to the fun part of Black Flag without the tutorials, etc. There's a lot of like limitation throughout the game, which I find annoying. There's fun in the game once you're in the open world, most definitely as a game. Much more fun than honestly all of these, I'd say, in terms of the open world. Um, so I'd get it's definitely a solid A tier. I don't think I'd give it an S tier personally in terms of like, oh, I want to replay one of these games. Black Hawk just it's just too hard to get into. Um, Rogue. I think I replayed Rogue the most because of just how short it is. I really like the fact that Rogue is short. I'll give you that. It's Black Flag, but short. It's the fun of Black Flag, but short. Yes, it's a shittier open world, but shorter, right? So, in terms of story, it's ass. I need to highlight that. In terms of everything, it's not that really that good of a game. Everyone has to consider, but as a game, if you're basically if you're looking somewhere in between 3 and Black Flag, and you don't have the time, which I find myself not to have a lot of time sometimes. I'm like, Rogue's a good competitor, but again, it's like a D level game overall. But I like the game in many aspects because it's short. Because it's Black Flag, but short. It's not too long. It's not dragging on. It's in and out and have your fun, right? Get in, have the fun, get out. You don't enjoy the story, but look, man, it's there and it's ready. There you go. Unity. In the last couple of years, Unity has had a resurgence. Guys, Unity is this great fucking game. Look at the animations. It's Unity fixed after patches. Um, Fuck Unity. I want to be quite upfront. I'm sorry. Unity is shit. It's honestly awful as a game. I fucking hate Unity. Okay, first of all, the story is mid. Okay, it opens up maybe interestingly, but it doesn't go anywhere throughout the game. Doesn't go anywhere. The story just doesn't fucking go anywhere, right? It just doesn't go anywhere. So the story's just shit. First of all, there's interesting elements in it, like the council, all these things interesting, but not used. You can have interesting stuff, but if you don't pay it off, it's still shit, right? And Unity's biggest sin to me is its gameplay. Oh my goodness, Unity fixed after. Look, I don't know. Maybe it's fixed on the consoles. On PC, it's still fucking broken as shit. I recently launched it up. I got it. I was using it to compare something for a project. I'll get into the project a little bit later. But I launched it up, and I was doing a quick sequence. This game is fucking ass. Okay, this game is hot dog ass at running. First of all, I don't know what. Again, it's not fixed. It's still bugged as fuck. Maybe they fixed the glaring shit that you don't teleport to the world. But when I was playing it, 5 fucking minutes. One of my worst issues with this game is the combat. Now, it's not that the combat's bad. It's that the combat is doesn't work because of the bugs in Unity. The combat that's there doesn't fucking work. I was the fucking enemy was teleporting all around me. The hits weren't registering. I was taking damage for no reason. It felt incredibly fucking slow because of that. Because like the enemy would just leave and I'd have to restart my fucking attack. This game's broken. Okay, people want to praise it. I get it. People want to praise it. Oh, but people are praising it for nothing more than a potential. Unity was a potential of a game. It could have been great if Unity ran well. If they made a bit better story in terms of graphic fidelity and being a next gen game, a next gen Assassin's Creed game. It could have been great, but it simply is hot fucking shit, okay? It's hot shit. As a game, it doesn't run. I genuinely don't know. Maybe it's better on consoles. Maybe my expectations for games is too high that I can't have fun with it or whatever. But I hate. I just don't like this game. I'm putting it to F tier. It infuriates me to play because it's just how fucking broken it is. Anyways, Syndicate. This is the project I'm working on. Um, I will give you quick highlights on parts of my current critique of Syndicate. Um, Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I'll give you a little hint for the few that are going to watch this, and maybe the few that weren't going to watch this project in the upcoming, could be intrigued. My current Syndicate script is roughly 8,000 words. I'm not halfway through. So expect it first to take a while, because I definitely didn't think it was going to be this while, but I decided it's going to be a full comprehensive look at Syndicate, and I might have to replay it again just after I finalize the script. I'm going to replay it and revisit the script. This is going to be my biggest project yet. Anyways, now that I did the ad promo, so if you want to see that video, subscribe, okay? Because it's gonna come out. And that's why I'm back into the AC stuff, because it's I gotta get myself in the mood, gotta get myself in the mindset. So, Syndicate, a few things on it. First, unlike Unity, it fucking runs. Yeah, that's right. Syndicate has bugs. Don't get me wrong. All of these games have fucking bugs. Okay, none of these games don't have bugs. Syndicate has bugs, but Syndicate runs. Guess what? Syndicate runs. The combat runs. It runs, so it's already better than Unity. People like to say, "Oh my goodness, Unity has more animations. Unity looks flashier." Sure. Who the fuck gives a shit? Quick question. Who gives a shit? I don't. I don't. Look at the games I have on top. These are fucking games from Xbox 360, bro. The, None of the newer games are here there. Unity is on the bottom of the list. I don't care about graphic fidelity or how much animations you put in. I quite frankly don't care. Okay? If the game is short enough and I see the same animation many times, I don't care. Why? Because quite honestly, I don't pay attention when I play at the fucking animations. If the animations work enough, and there's issues with Syndicate, I don't want to highlight. There's an issues with the animations in Syndicate. There is an issue there, but overall, it runs. It's fun. I enjoy the game. I enjoy the game much better than Rogue. Probably at the same level as S3. Maybe even a little bit more. I think I enjoy Syndicate more than 3. That's right. I'll put Syndicate as a B level. Because fuck all of you. I do like that game. Yes, there's nostalgia. I will highlight both these games. This was my first, this was my second. But I replayed Syndicate recently. I still enjoyed it. Okay? It's a good B level. There we go. That's my thoughts. And if you want more, again, sub. Alright, we're down to the last 3, and we're down to the most controversial 3. Origins. Okay. I don't remember what I ranked it last time. But Origins, I haven't replayed it in a while. Origins, but I have watched very good video by, I think, it's a YouTuber called Alien the Platypus. In fact, after I'm done with this, I'm gonna link it in this video's description, specifically on Origins, because first, that was my most recent interaction with Origins. Second of all, I really like the video. I think more people should watch it. C, it gave me a new light on Origins, how I think about it. And so did these games, right? These games affected how I view Origins at this day and age. Because a lot of these games, they are memorialized in a manner. They don't matter to me. Like you can release 10 more Assassin's Creed games, and unless they are of the same style as any of these, none of these are going to be different in my mind. Like here it is. This is my actual Assassin's Creed games tier list, right? You can juggle it around, you can spread it out a little bit more, you can like push it down and stuff like that to make it like more stuff filled in if you don't want to have origins and stuff like that around. But these don't change because these are so radically different. These are a subcategory of their own versions. So Origins doesn't affect. These games affect each other all the time. In fact, a little bit of a revelation there with Odyssey. Point being, Origins is tainted by these two. Origins is a game that I've played, I think, twice. And I have a lot of issues with Origins. After watching the video, A. B. I had a lot of issues when playing the game. But C. I still would probably like playing it. So I'll give it a C. I'll give it a C solely because I like Bayek. I like Bayek. I think it's Bayek, right? I heard it. I heard it in the song, one of the songs from the game. They say Bayek, but I think it's Bayek. That might be saying the same thing. Point being, I think Origins at a C level. Why? First of all, it has something to offer, so it's already better than these two. Does it reach these? I I I don't think it would reach these two in terms of being an Assassin's Creed game at all. Maybe I could fit it in like this, right? If we were to have three, but three is still an Assassin's Creed game, so it doesn't work. This is not an Assassin's Creed game. This is a fucking RPG and Witcher clone, and that's it. It's a C level. I think I'm fine with that level. I'm a little bit iffy on the three though. I'll give you that. Three, it's very hard to judge three because the remaster, and remaster does do a little bit of the fixing. But there's issues with three, and it's a little bit rough around the edges. Like it feels like a predecessor to Black Flag that just was released in the proto stage. So there's rough edges. Like personally, I like maybe the game more. Although the free running elements, get back to this game. I think it deserves to be bumped down. Actually, I'll say that much. I think it deserves to be bumped down. Origins. Now, last time I made the tier list, I'm pretty sure I put it at the bottom. I think that's just how I made it. I changed my mind. It's at least an E. Why? Because this game. First of all, I don't like this game. I mean, I could talk for a long while. I don't like this game. It's not an Assassin's Creed game. Should have been called Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Adventure. So on and so on. So on and so on. We get it. We get it. Witcher clone. Yada yada yada. You've heard it many times. I don't have to repeat it. I agree with the arguments. Why this is bad. I didn't. I played through the game. I think it was a little bit annoying to finish it, especially a DLC. That's right, I got the DLC, and the only reason I got the DLC, to be fair, was because it cost the same thing as the remaster. It was actually cheaper than the remaster of 3, and I just got it because I'm like, fuck, I'm saving money. I didn't really save money, it was a fucking poor financial decision in the end. But, point being, I got the DLC, was playing it, and it was shit. So, E level, you get what you deserve. Valhalla, I didn't end up making a review on this game, so I guess this video here, this discussion here, is my ultimate review on Valhalla because I'm not replaying this fucking game to even gather footage, much less to discuss it. This game took me roughly 70 hours to finish, and I genuinely believe this game is fucking hot dog shit. Why? Well, it's just Odyssey in terms of gameplay, so it doesn't even fucking compare to at least gameplay wise. Unity's broken, right? So it doesn't. It's like yes, it's in the same character, but Unity's just broken. It just doesn't work. So it's like I'm not gonna. It doesn't work. Doesn't matter what it could have been. Valhalla works for like 50% of it. I had a lot of stuff when I was playing the game that was just fucking bugged. Really buggy game when I got it, and that was like 2 months into release, so they had time to fix it up. So poor launch. Second of all, the worst and the most egregious part of it for me personally, not even the gameplay. I can accept Origins and Odyssey's gameplay, to be honest. It doesn't bother me as much as the other people. It bothers me. But I don't piss blood because of it. Valhalla's egregiousness is, first of all, it's fucking long. It's too long. I'm sorry, guys. Games should not be this fucking long, especially when they're shit. Okay, Witcher 3 takes roughly 40 hours to finish the main game. At least that's how I think it. That's how long it took me to finish the main game. If not, how long it took me to finish the main game with the DLC. Um, so Witcher 3 is shorter than Valhalla, and it infinitely much better fucking experience. So Valhalla has no ground to stand on why it should be long, but also the reason it's long is because you're forced to do side missions. Because Odyssey had an issue of level gating because every main mission level would be like 7 levels apart, and you had to I have to do some side missions to grind it out. Honestly, I think I finished like 10 levels underneath because I just grinded out and I found exploits. But Valhalla doesn't let you do that. They said, okay, we're not going to let you skip the side missions, which A, made the game needlessly long, B, fucking made you play side missions you don't want to play, and C, ruined the story. It straight up ruins the story, guys. I'm sorry. And spoiler warning, I should have probably led with that. But so this is your moment. If you don't want Valhalla spoilers right now, tune out. Tune out. I don't know when I'm gonna skip to, but tune out because I might just reference it all around. Well, if Sigurd is getting tortured, at a point in the game, Sigurd gets captured by Folke and is getting tortured, while Eivor decides, okay, fuck it. I have to convince 3 other kingdoms to not invade my small encampment. Basically, Eivor pulls up to England and says, okay, this little fucking military encampment that couldn't be longer than, what, 3 kilometers across, much less. I mean, you could see it. Like you could like literally walk to there in 10 minutes. So, fucking like, quite honestly, like a kilometer length encampment. Right? This is her quote unquote settlement. Bitch, it's a fucking encampment. That's the truth of it. And she goes around the entirety of England claiming, guys, don't invade my fucking settlement. It's an encampment, bro. What are you talking about? You have no people to defend it. What are you saying? You literally have a square kilometer, if probably less, of land. You have like 500 meters squared, bro, of land to control. You don't have a settlement. You have an encampment at best, bro. Okay. First of all, what a fucking failure on the game's part to do this, to represent how big the area is. Like, it was just wild. Second of all, who fucking gives a shit, right? Third of all, unbelievable story. I'm not like I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Look, if there's 3 kingdoms, even further, if there's 5 kingdoms around you, and you make peace with all of them, but not all of them are at peace with each other, you're gonna have issues. And that's the truth of it. Not all of them are at peace with each other. So what the fuck are you talking about? What are you on about? You can't make a deal with everyone. You can't get everyone to be supporting you when they don't support each other. And see, back to fucking Sigurd, he's getting tortured, bro. He's the actual Jarl of the quote unquote settlement. What are you doing? Why are you helping some dude kidnap his wife and export her to France so that he can date his childhood crush? What are you doing, bro? Your brother that you're supposed to love and care for is getting tortured. And then you fuck his wife. Stop trolling. This is a troll of a game. It's needlessly long. The story's getting ruined by its own fucking decisions. Like, you just had to make it side and just say, hey, do this whenever. Okay, do this stuff whenever. Do this stuff before you do the final mission, bro. I don't understand that. Do it before the final mission. Okay, fair enough. I guess I'll do that. But you're gonna force me out of the main mission, and you're gonna be like, okay, bro, it's time for you to get piss drunk and celebrate Halloween. Okay? Got it? Fuck your brother. Fuck his wife. Literally. Time to celebrate shit. Go to Halloween. What is this game, bro? What are you fucking talking about? What did they smoke when they fucking made this final decision? I'm sorry, Darby. Who the fuck was responsible for this decision? Speaking of fucking decisions, who the fuck is Rita, bro? You can't set up Retta. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Rita or Retta. You can't fucking take a character who was alive in Origins and then make him alive 900 fucking years later and just refuse to explain it in any way. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Who's writing this? Who's responsible for this shit? Like, actually. But the worst egregious crime of this fucking game, right? It's the teasing, okay? It's the teasing and lying, right? When Odyssey, right? Odyssey didn't present itself as Assassin. Like, yes, it has the Assassin's Creed name. It didn't present itself as an Assassin's Creed fucking game. There weren't developers coming out saying, "Hey guys, we'll have assassins there." There were no assassins in the story. I wasn't upset that Cassandra didn't become an assassin because there were no fucking assassins. I don't like the game. I don't like it for that. But it wasn't pretending to be an Assassin's Creed game beyond its title, which was forced by corporate. Fair enough. But Valhalla actively fucks with you. First, in the marketing material, Ivor has a hidden blade. Okay. Okay, so you're telling me we're going back to a time where the protagonist has a hidden blade and is expanding to England, and we know that the Templars were started by King Alfred. Very, very, very interesting. Okay, so what do you do? Okay, very cool. You got me be interested. Okay, I start the game. You, what's this? We have two assassins? That's wild. I'm already horny. And then I play the game for 60 fucking hours long. For 70, sorry. Because there's also the fucking shitty mythology arc that apparently counts. So, I go around for fucking 70 hours for multiple days of time finishing this fucking game. Which isn't fun, by the way. Like, there's nothing extraordinarily fun about this game. And by the time you get to the end, and there's this big sequence of Ivor who has a conscience of Odin living in her, and he's telling her to be afraid of other people and to be a warrior, right? To be a ruthless warrior and be a Viking. She expels him in this massive battle. She expels him out of her mind. And she goes to the end of the game. And Hytham is there. And he's like, "Hey, Eivor, you killed all the order of the ancient people here. Do you want to become an assassin?" And Ivor tells him to go fuck himself. So again, for 70 fucking hours long, I play this fucking piece of shit game, being teased that I want to become an assassin. The ending sequence being that the part of her that makes her a ruthless warrior is being expelled. And the decision was to be made that she does not, in fact, become an assassin. Not throughout the game, not even at the end. Ever. 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 Because there's the DLCs. And she never becomes an assassin. What was the fucking purpose? It was just needless. I get nothing fucking out of this. I get a 70-hour experience of doing needless fucking tasks, of a shitty main fucking story that gets just subverted and ruined overall, with maybe one good arc in it. The villain arc. The villain arc makes this good because it makes AC3 good, because it connects to it. So this game manages to make 3 look better, because of the only good arc it has. And it makes Odyssey look better. It makes Odyssey look better because I can forgive Odyssey for not pretending to be what it wasn't. I give it props for not lying to me and teasing me. But this game actively cock blocks you at the end of the game. It teases you, bro. It leaves you with blue balls. I'm sorry to use this term. It leaves you with bluest balls humanly imaginable for an assassin in my Assassin's Creed game. What the fuck's wrong with you, bro? Quite literally, what the fuck? Fuck this game. I couldn't touch video games after this game because it was so long and just so unrewarding. And I was like, fuck this. Why would I play games again? This is fucking shit. After this, playing games longer than 8 hours fucking physically made me sick. Because I just like, this is gonna never end. I got dread playing video games after this fucking piece of shit. Because of just how it ruins you and how much of blue balls it gives you. I'm sorry, guys. This is the truest fact. You can like this game, but I don't like it gameplay wise for the same reason I don't like this game for the gameplay reason wise. But this game fucking cockblocks you. This game has a shitty story. This has a mid story. It's a mid story. It's mid. This game actively ruins its own story that could have been interesting by forcing you to do needless side missions and making it unbelievable because you're fucking while there's a main story going on. There's no plausible sort of way for you just to fit it into the timeline because it's forced on you by a timeline. For every single mission you do, literally, so it's not like an overall. You can't rush through the main missions and then go to do the side missions. No, you do a main mission, then you have to do 3 side missions. You do a main mission after that, and then you have to do 3 more side missions. So I'm sorry, this game is hot fucking pile of shit. This game's actually ass. This game's ass because it just doesn't work. This works, sort of works. And it's just ass because it just shoots itself in the fucking foot for no reason. For no reason. Two decisions. Don't make me play unneeded fucking side missions and make Ivor become an assassin. And this game would have been at least like an Origins level, which is what I think I put it last time because I was in that quote unquote honeymoon phase. Because I just finished it, and honestly, that was a really bad time for me last year. And this was sort of a saving grace because I was looking forward to playing this game, and as I was playing it, I was like, okay, I'm excited. I'm excited to finish it. It's gonna be good. I've been waiting for a good AC game. Oh, this is my favorite franchise. And I get fucking call block. This game had the opportunity to save the franchise, and it chose to shit itself on arrival. For no reason. It could have avoided being ass. It could have been as good as Origins, if not better, because Origins' story is a mess. But no! It chose to be a hot pile of doo-doo. I'm baffled. I'm sorry to tell you guys. This is the look. I'll revisit this in a moment. I need to finish this fucking game. This game is hot shit. I'll be honest. It's disappointing. If this game was 20 hours long, this game unironically would have been like maybe at the same level as Black Flag. But no! No, it just drags on, making play shitty story, making stupid decisions, fucking step after step. Why? I'm sorry. This game I had such high expectations for this game, but it just shat itself on arrival, shooting itself in the foot for no goddamn reason, but fucking stupidity. To be quite honest, there's absolutely no reason for it to do what it did, and yet it chose to do it. It chose to pull up and say, "Hey guys, you know this one game that could save the franchise because this is my last chance with it." It it just flushed it. It just flushed it. It's incredibly disappointing, and I have a lot to say about Valhalla overall. But this is the thing that stands out. It's too long, and the story it just didn't need to be like this. It just really didn't need to be like that. You just had to allow me to do these side missions as side missions. That's one of the main things. You cut the time down to 20. Boom, you get it to like Rogue Origins level. Yeah, I ever just become an assassin at the end. Fair enough. I can accept it. I didn't fucking play it for 60 hours, 70, 80 hours. Some people played for 100 hours. I didn't play it for that long. I only did the main mission. Took me 20 hours. Okay, I ever didn't become an assassin. Still an enjoyable, I guess, story. There was some fun stuff about the game. It's fun. No, it just doesn't do that. It just had to be shorter. Yeah, it's just. All right, let's see here. Let's revisit the rest of the stuff. So I'm gonna agree with this. I really dislike Unity, and I mean the F tier here is just for the games I would literally never play again. Like I'm these games I will never touch again. I just refuse to. I'm not gonna replay Unity or Valhalla. It's too much of a drag on my mental fucking sanity. Honestly, I probably won't ever replay either. But honestly, it was redeemed because of Valhalla, but also was redeemed because overall, it wasn't that bad. Like it was bad as a Assassin's Creed game. I really, really, really don't like it as a game in the series. I don't like the fact that it's in the franchise. I think there's a lot of issues with it filling the open world completely needlessly. It suffers from the same issues as Valhalla. Don't get me wrong. It's a dead open world, completely unfun. Like Origins open world is fun. This is a dead open world, and I wouldn't want to play this game again because of that. I just don't like shitty games. And but honestly, a lot of people enjoy it. First of all, and it's just not that egregious to me anymore. It's just not that egregious to me anymore. As because just Valhalla, because Valhalla had expect. I didn't have much expectations for a game that I knew wasn't gonna have assassins. Yeah, I was disappointed by it. There's a lot of things I just didn't like about the game. But Valhalla pretended to be something it wouldn't be. It pretended to be an Assassin's Creed game. The marketing department came out and said that. Writers came out and said that they were trying to convince the fan base that hey guys we're gonna bring back Assassins, we're gonna have the fun, and they just didn't do it. They just did not fucking do it. They lied. It was a lie, and the final product just doesn't give anything that's good. Um, three. I really want to revisit three. Um, I think, I think, I think I think Origins is a better game than three. Um, I'd probably put it like this. Um, because the thing about Origins is first of all, Mike's great. Second, I did mention the open world was fun, and I really had a lot of fun with Origins in terms of like exploring it. Three, I think the setting shit. Um, I think the setting shit. I think a lot of this, my like for it is nostalgia. To be quite frank, I think if I opened up three, there'd be a lot of things for me to do there that are fun. To be granted, but at the same time, I think it'll be. I think three's more diverse than Origins in terms of what I could do in it. Oddly enough to say, because Origins really suffers from just Control C, Control V, while three has a little bit more variety and like fun into it and diversity. I definitely played Syndicate over all these games. Um, Black Flag is a good position for Black Flag. I could drop Revelations here overall. Um, so sort of like this. I think the only really difference from many other people's tier list is a Syndicate being at the B level and Origins being compared to three, but also that Valhalla is so bad. Like Unity and like that Unity is first of all below Syndicate and Rogue. And I mean Unity is pretty shit for again, it doesn't work. I'm sorry, this game doesn't fucking work. It doesn't fucking work. Broken. It's broken. It's broken, guys. I think there's fun to be had in it. I think if you really, really, really ignore broken shit, the combat in it, if you somehow manage to win the combat in it, which you probably won't because the stealth is broken, um, that's like this is the never ending cycle of brokenness. It's so broken that when you add bloodlines to S tiers just to kill Valhalla, Uh, Bloodlines. I don't think I have Bloodlines here, but and I didn't play that either. But to be fair, but I definitely think that Valhalla's just shit. Like, I'm sorry, guys. This is the truth of it. Valhalla is just a miserable game. Patricia say played AC3 for 1 hour. It's definitely F tier kappa. Um, I could see that. I think I could see if people don't like three. I personally don't find the same things they find egregious. I think three really suffers from a similar thing Black Flag does in terms of overly too long intro. But the more I think about it, it just feels like an unfinished product, is what I would say about it. It just feels like they pushed out too early. Not in the sense that it's broken like Unity, but in the sense of like they got down the mechanics, but they couldn't quite figure out how to finish the UI, how to make it feel smooth, have music playing in the right places. It's very rough around the edges. That's like the best way to do it. It's like someone gave you a prototype of a game and then said this is the final game. I think three is enjoyable if you allow it to be, but I definitely see why a lot of people don't like three. Um, I think I can just look past it, although I think my issue putting it lower than this right now is that all these games are also very shit. Right, I have to like push it down. So just for the sake of keeping it more symmetrical, I wouldn't push it down too far. But I do see that. What else did I play out of this franchise that I could like mention? Um, Nothing. I've read the books. I've read the Last Descendants book, and I put them like they're pretty good to read. Overall, I like the story that's there. I don't know why I'm shilling it. It's Ubisoft. Don't buy Ubisoft stuff, but like if you for whatever reason had a coupon with Ubisoft or some sort of book and you only care about Assassin's Creed to read for whatever reason, those books are fine. And then you have the best book, which was what's the fucking name called? It's oh, what's it called? The AC3 companion, well, not quote unquote companion book, because it's not really a companion book. It's the one that sort of tells you Hatham's story. What's that called? Goodness, why am I blanking on this? Assassin's Creed 3 book. Like actually blanking on it. Uh, you gonna show me in Google? Forsaken. There we go. AC Forsaken is a good read in terms of Hatham. I think it really gives more to Hatham as a character, and I do like that book. Out of games, don't play anything. I could mention the Watch Dogs games. I guess here, I don't know why I keep on going on. Should be ending up anyway, but to put a Watch Dogs game in this, I'd say Watch Dogs One somewhere here. It's a little bit higher than I'd probably put it like Watch Dogs One is probably like B above Syndicate, and Watch Dogs Two is in the middle of these two. I'd be happy actually to edit the list to be like this. There we go. There we go. There we go. Well, there we go. There we go. That's a better list. There we go. I think that's how I'd put the lists. Three is simply just like not 5 minutes long compared to Rogue. So there you go. Um, but so it's an actual game. That's my point. It's not a game released to fill in what they were just going for. So there's that. And Yeah, Odyssey, shit, Valhalla's there. Sorry, just to highlight that again. Unity is still better than Valhalla because at the very least there's enjoyable qualities about Unity, but it's broken. Um, let's see here. To do.